Rolling These 20's presents Philly by Night. Rolling These 20's presents Philly by Night. Starring Liz as La Sombra Dr. Aretza Serre, Fair as Samdi Katora Baptiste, Ivy as Bruja Serenity Sanchez, Juice as Tremere Adelio, Mikey Mike as Bano Hakim Mingo, Lonzo Gonzo as Ravnos Oscar de Leon Ponce, and our weaver of disquietude and terror, Prince.
On our last episode of Rolling These 20's presents Philly by Night, a vampire messy-ass drama, our players all went in their own ways and did some really, really unwise things, including having an order be done by some semi-incompetent ghouls that they didn't know about. Somehow this ended up with one of them being buried under a building and potential terrorist attack. And we'll find out how that plays out in this episode, starting right now. And we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rolling These 20s Philly by Night, VTM John. I am your storyteller, Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet, and I am glad to be with you all tonight because this is going to be something. Now, I didn't go into like a full intro, but because, Oscar de Leon Pancake, well, we gotta get to that. And I thought that was the most important part of my little blurb there. So before we get rolling, I want to say thank you to Roll20 for supplying us with the tools to run this game. We're using their virtual tabletop for all of our roles, our characters, NPCs, and a plethora of other handouts for our players. If you're interested in finding out about Vampire the Masquerade content on Roll20, do go visit roll20.net. Second thing up is this table and this game. We're using safety tools because Vampire the Masquerade has some pretty dark shit in it. Language, violence, gore, mind control, loss of character agency, gaslighting, flesh crafting, body horror, buildings falling on people, potential terrorist attacks, police. There's a bunch of stuff in here. However, me and the players here are in agreement on what's susceptible for content at the table or not. If something is off kilter, they will let me know using their green, red, or yellow cards or green, red, or yellow somethings that they have available to them. Yeah, see, kept close. So we're here just in case. As this is a live show, things can happen that we don't necessarily foresee. And if one of those things are to come up, we will take a break, maybe step away for a little bit. Just keep that in mind. If you need to step away, do come back when you're ready to, or go check out our videos on demand over on YouTube. We usually have those up within a day or so of this episode. With that shenaniganery all out of the way, let's let the players introduce themselves and we'll start going around the table with Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I am playing Dr. Aretza Ser, Ari, your resident sad girl La Sombra.
Fair.
I am Fair. I'll be playing Couture Baptiste, your Hikata social media influencer. And our pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. Lonzo.
How we doing, everyone? I am Omelet de Leon dos Pancakes. Your Ravno breakfast.
Rev, no, he didn't.
I love it.
Oh my God, Juice.
I love it.
Off to a good start.
Your Ravno's hacker kindred, good with boysenberry. Also, don't forget your big thing of coffee and tip your waitress waiter.
Excellent. Thank you. Juice.
Hi, I am Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. And I will be playing Aurelio Valentin, who uses he, him, and she, her pronouns.
Why are y'all like this? Ivy.
Damn it, you couldn't have let me get the Denny's thing up first? Okay.
Because it was already Fair did it. Fair did
That was
it.
the Den. I did a
Oh,
Denny's
it was
thing.
Denny's? Okay, that
Yeah, that was a Denny's.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ivy. I will be playing Serenity Sanchez, who cannot seem to leave the coterie alone for longer than a couple hours without one of them being in mortal peril. She uses she, her pronouns. Let's do it.
Ivy uses she, they. I use he, him. And we're about to get this party started. Liz, how about you get us rolling with a recap?
Okay, so the group scattered
All
in.
of you.
You're going to kill us soon enough, and you will feel better. Don't worry.
You know what you signed up for.
So, we all scattered in different directions last game. Serenity went and had to talk down various anarchs who, after hearing about what Serenity had said at the Elysium, were gung-ho to go burn down the Camarilla and anybody else who got in their way. Certain words were exchanged, as well as certain fists and a knee to the ghoulies. And Serenity had everybody's attention and managed to talk down this beginnings of a mob, and get them kind of all focused in one direction, namely the Sabbat and 2i, should they poke their heads out of whatever holes they are in. Katura had to go and talk to the family. She was a little nervous, I think it's safe to say, but it went about as well as could be expected. They were happy enough with what was going on. Apparently Katura might be an assassin. We're not sure, because they're definitely asking her to take somebody out. They gave her in exchange a list of a good portion of Morgana Lee's real estate dealings and whole bunch of information on her. So that's going to be super helpful in the future. And Katura decided to stay and hang out with the rest of the Hakata clan as they were out in the backyard having a good old-fashioned barbecue. Oscar, well, we'll leave Oscar till the end. Ari broke up with her husband temporarily. It was very sad. And managed to pin down Aurelio and get an invite into the library. Aurelio went, had a conversation with Kelvin, went to feed at his church, which none of us know about in-game. There's a cat. And Aurelio and Ari had a good conversation where Aurelio eventually ended up, why are my headphones flashing? Inviting Ari to his personal library, and they were about to head out. And as they were heading out, they saw smoke rising into the sky from in the direction-ish of her place. The smoke came from the hotel bar where Oscar had met with the Ravnos, we assume Ravnos, with the woman who had managed to try and dominate like half of Elysium through a television, which was pretty exciting. He had his goons there. He had met up with her, and his goons, while they had been talking back at his house, had asked, did they want to enact Plan BBB? And he said yes, and did not clarify what exactly BBB was. And they asked him again during the conversation, you still want to do this? And he said yes. And then the whole building blew up after Oscar had been dominated by this lady whose name I've forgotten, to spill
We never found out her name.
the I don't think we ever knew the name in game, who spilled
Oscar didn't ask.
all the beans about time traveling and the portal in his basement and the people he came through with and just everything that's gone on the past 6 months. And then the building blew up and landed on him. And that's where we left off.
Indeed. Now, we're going to start the next evening because most of you had wrapped up everything you wanted to do that night. And thus, we're going to start off with rouse checks from everybody except Oscar. Because it doesn't really mean much to you, homie. Ari, Katura, you both get hungrier. That makes sense. Katura, that party you went to the other night was pretty awesome. It's good to it's good to be back with family. You were definitely getting those Olive Garden vibes, and there was a lot of breadsticks. You could say endless. Uh, Tonight, however, you do not have that same feast at hand, and things are weird because you come back downtown to your penthouse. I assume that's where you slept. And it's hard to get in downtown, first off, when you're getting back home, because a good chunk of it is cordoned off. And you being way out of the way, you don't hear about this until you get back into the city. But along the ride, you're informed that there was a terrorist attack at a hotel in downtown Philly, the Loft. Bank and Bourbon, the restaurant, and the hotel was exploded. Uh, it was not enough to collapse the building, but it did significant structural damage to the building and the nearby subway terminal. So that's out of commission, and you've definitely heard the FBI are on this case, as well as Philly local police. Of the people who are in the building, they have found no survivors so far, but they are still looking. Just to give you some preface, what your last night was getting back into the city.
Yeah, I think as she's, well, I drove myself.
You did. I forgot. You normally have drivers. I'd
myself.
imagine radio, something. You would have gotten an alert on your phone.
Yeah, like multiple alerts, just like, news alerts and whatnot. And I'm just like, she's in her car and she's like, so we have Sabat 2I and now we have terrorists too. God, what the fuck is wrong with this city? Now, I have another question, because I thought we said that Oscar had sent his where he was going to us. Is that not true?
Did you do the pen thing?
Yeah, I dropped it.
Excellent. Wonderful. That's even better. So Oscar was there. That makes it even worse.
Fuck. God damn it. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it right now because I wouldn't be able to get there, but I am like okay, let me get on the phone with Serenity and maybe do a conference call with Juice. We're gonna three-way call. And be or not Juice, Aurelio, sorry. Now I
deserve that.
And just be like, have you guys heard about this shit?
We're gonna get to this actually towards the morning. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But in the meantime, you wake up thinking about this. Katura. No, you can step away for a moment if you need to.
No, I was saying fuck her to Oscar.
Along those who got hungry as they wake up, there is Ari, of course. So I remember this correctly. Ari and Serenity were together. And no, y'all weren't together.
Ari and Aurelio.
Ari and Aurelio. Thank you. When y'all came out, y'all did see signs of smoke, fire, and heard sirens when y'all were leaving the building that evening. There was nothing immediately of importance to you, but you did have an idea of this, and I suspect by the time that Katura got in contact with you, both of y'all are teetering on, it is time to go to bed. There's no time to do anything about this, even after understanding that Oscar was in the middle of it.
My understanding was that I think you said that my home was sort of in that direction,
it's
between
not close
the
enough
library
to see
and
what happens
right
downtown.
But if I would have needed to go in that direction, I probably would have parted ways with Ari, so I can check on my home, and then like
Sure,
maybe
sure.
suggested you should probably go home too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you probably would have heard people talking because, you know, that area of town, people are always talking, but wouldn't have really been much to you. It's like some building got blown up downtown. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's not New York. That sort of thing. That is the most Philly shit ever because I can hear it in my head right now. But Ari, you wake up where? Actually,
At home, at the house.
okay, just make sure. So you have, being that you're just going straight west, this isn't really a problem to you. You don't have to deal with downtown shenanigan and parking. You might see some, you know, vehicles, a lot more police presence than normal, but the murder rate's up. You know, stuff happens.
Nothing new. Okay,
Nothing
great.
new.
Test me. I'm in a mood.
Serenity, you're the first to wake up in the morning.
Yep.
The evening, I'm sorry. And you know, because Katura sent the messages last night, that Oscar was in this building that got blown up.
Serenity immediately would wake up, probably stop by the bodega to get a blood bath because she's still technically at 2 and she doesn't want to go too crazy. Get on her bike and start heading that direction, and just see if for whatever reason, or see if she can find any way to find where he might be right now if he isn't at the building spot anymore.
Okay.
She just gets on her bike and she just goes.
Okay. Katura, you're already close. Ari, you're probably the most out of the way of all the people here. Aurelio. Actually, is Aurelio in the group chat yet?
I would think so.
Yeah, we've had.
I think
we've
I am.
talked
Yeah.
I just want to
about
make
having a
sure.
group chat.
I just want to make
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, so Aurelio, you see this too. For whatever this means to you.
About Katura asking if we know about what happened with that building.
Yeah, and that Oscar was there.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been, since I saw that, it would have been really tough to like go into day sleep, but I eventually would have realized like it's probably for the best. There's not much that I can do during the day for this.
I will tell you right now that all of you, with simple deduction, would know it'd be real dangerous to go down there because it'd be hella people, hella cops,
of course,
and
exactly.
FBI. It would have been incredibly dangerous to go and try to see what happened right then and there. Now, I don't know if that would have stopped you, knowing y'all, but
y'all
would have known it was incredible.
I have
danger.
an image to maintain. I cannot be seen at these sorts of situations.
Yeah, it's the next day, so hopefully she can sneak a peek.
So I would have acknowledged it and be like, yeah, I saw that on my way home. I saw that something happened. It didn't dawn on me until I got home that that's where Oscar is. Has anyone heard from him? And that would have been probably as much as I would have engaged with the group chat. And then I would have switched to messaging Mingle, like, where the fuck are you? Something's going down. We might need to use your help. Answer me. Where are you? That kind of like really, annoying, persistent messaging.
You don't get a message back immediately, but we'll come back to that.
And as usual, anytime I do send a message, even though he does eventually get back to me with like, K or whatever, I'm not expecting a response. So like, I know I'm sending it, but it's more like that's how I'm coping with this stress right now. And like, he's become my outlet, I guess. not saying that's healthy. So I would have also, I guess, yeah, done what I could to figure out, read up on the news, see what's going on. Checked in with Ale as well, see if things are okay over there at the bar. If she's heard anything. And so I'm just giving you a rundown of the thoughts that I have in my head, the things that I would like to do. So that, and then after not hearing from Mingo, probably reach out to Kelvin. Specifically, I guess to see if he's okay. I think my outreach to Kelvin would have just been like not at all related to what's going on with Oscar.
And
just
Calvin
to try and
would
get some kind of
respond
like
with
normalcy.
a whole ass building is blown up.
God damn it. Of course he would.
Do you think it was one of them Nas? Maybe it was that old sheriff. He seemed like the type that'll blow up the building.
Nah, I don't think so. But have you gone by? Have you figured anything out? Do you know anything?
Hell no.
Well, I guess if you're talking about, yeah. What are you doing tonight?
I got a little show, but after that, nothing.
Where's your show?
And he sends you.
I'll be there.
Okay. Cool. I have tickets waiting for you.
I don't know if I'm actually going to be there, but I say that.
Yeah, just go to the box office. They got you.
Sounds good. I think I would then try and talk to Belladonna.
Oh, okay. How are you reaching out to Belladonna? Calling, text, courier?
Ooh, messenger pigeon. I don't know how we. I don't know what her likely stomping grounds based on what Philly looks like would be. I would probably try and show up there and see if I could find her, whether it's at a club or at the near church, because I know it's not church yet, but any place that I know that I would probably reasonably run into her.
She does like to frequent a particular goth club. And the only caveat to that is she doesn't like to show up until late.
Okay,
she's
so
not
I have some
exactly an
time.
early riser.
Okay, so I'll keep that in the back of my head as far as like someone that I might want to reach out to get some more info and insight.
And if someone was to have some info, it'd be Belladonna.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm just pacing back and forth in my apartment, like doing all of this.
So do you tell everybody that you're going there?
Yep, I'd be like, I'm on my way. Maybe some clue got left behind of where he might be now.
And what are you doing, Ari, before we bounce over to Oscar?
I mean, I don't know shit. I don't know where anybody is. I would imagine I'd probably call Sarah and Jerry back from their light duty since I actively need assistance in the house now.
Oh yeah, then they are on their way, both of them. They're coming from very different places.
Yeah.
Just say that. So Oscar. You don't remember a whole lot of this. Do you remember the explosion and then nothing? Building falling, people screaming, all that, none of it. You were up, and then you weren't. And Oscar, I need you to, I want you to take your aggravated damage down by 2. You're still at 5 hunger. And you hear vaguely a crunching sound. Like, what is that? And then you hear, okay, boss, we got a smoothie for you. You just have to make sure that you don't bite us. So just, we're going to tilt your mouth open a little bit and just pour it in. You can't respond to this. You pick up on it after that you've been staked. But you're, the only other thing that you know that's wrong is you're in pain, and there's a lot of it right now. You don't feel it, but you know it. There is a protein shake essentially going down your gullet, and it feels wonderful. This is your favorite. It's like they knew exactly what you needed to help you get right. And once it's gone, the only thing you can think of is you want more. Take your hunger down to 4. And they're like, boss, we got another one coming, but we're going to remove thing from your chest. Please don't eat us. And you feel movement, like something is being wrenched out of you. It's like one of you there goes, holy shit, man, this thing is stuck real good. It's like, well, and the other one's like, well, that's what happens when you get a giant piece of rebar stuck in your chest. It's going to leave a gnarly asshole, right? You just said asshole. Just pull the fucking piece of metal, and with the horrible sound, it comes out. And Oscar, eyes open, you go to bolt upright because that's what you feel like doing, but you can't. Your body's not responding. You think maybe there's a broken spine here, but you are awake.
I just groan.
We got another smoothie being made, boss. I know you like the hearts, so we've got a few of them in this one. Hopefully they got the right, resonance. Is that what you called it before? Resonance? I think it was resonance. We got a blend of different ones from some really fresh cadavers because there were a lot that came in from downtown.
Oscar's just groaning, just like,
you weren't supposed to be in the building, boss. Like unless you were planning for this. And when you look around, Oscar, you realize you're not at any of your safe houses that you know of. And then it hits you, and memories start to flood back in. And you're like, oh no. Because the Operation BBB is not just blowing up a building, blowing up whatever place. It's also taking you off the grid, getting rid of all of your research notes, your security options, everything. This is a bunker, in essence. And it does have some tech in it. There's a lot of stuff recovered. Your portal tech actually is all here. They work fast. But everything else is gone.
All right. Do I know where this bunker is at?
Oh yeah, you do. It's actually a very, very weird place. It is literally under the pier, uh, over on the eastmost side of Philly. You literally have an underwater bunker.
I am the Legion of Doom. Nice. um, I'm still Oscar's just still gonna just like groan, just lay there, kind of like just doesn't want to move because it's too painful.
And they bring you another smoothie, Oscar. And this will take your hunger actually down. Apparently, they put a lot of hearts in this one, and they were relatively fresh. This will take your hunger down to 1. You can start to think about mending yourself with this. You can mend 1 aggravated damage, and all of your superficial damage, potentially, with enough rouse checks.
Okay. All right. All right. Ooh. Helps out. Oscar then is just going to sit up on whatever table, cot, whatever furniture he's on.
It's a surgeon's table essentially that you're there. They have tools basically to cut you apart if need be, to remove things from you or whatever. Lucky for you, it just looks like there was a big old piece of stone and metal that was in your chest, that essentially served as a stake, but you got crushed. Uh, there's no better way to put it. You got some bones that are going to need to be mended.
I look down. How is the hole in my chest still gaping big?
The only good thing that you feel right now is you have some basic movement of your fingers and toes. So the spine injury must not be extremely bad, but you can't move your legs. You can just move the fingers and toes. Can't lift them arms up, nothing.
Then never mind. Then I will still stay laying down on this.
But you
table.
You can try to mend if you like. That's 3 rouse checks, by the way.
You know what? Yeah, I can't seem to get rid of my hunger on my sheet.
You have to click like the one before, and it should lower it.
No.
No.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Well, don't use that sheet, by the way.
All right, that's what I was thinking. Then let's do 3 rouse checks. Let's go for it. Succeed.
Success.
Fail.
All right, so that will get rid of 1 of the eggs and 2 of the superficials. So you're down to 2 aggravated damage. And 1 superficial. Yeah, this is much better, Oscar. And you sit there basically grunting and willing the blood to fix some of this trauma. There's no other way to put it. This extreme damage to your body. And you start to sit up, and Mick and Jax back up immediately, just in case. They also still know you, Oscar. You might have had a moment of being good boss. Maybe you started reading the books, but they know you're dangerous. As well they should.
Oscar's gonna try and stand up off of the surgeon's table, try and make his way to get 2 cups, put them back on the surgeon's table. He pulls his arm up, bites in it, gnaws at it just a little bit, puts blood in both cups, and passes them towards Jack and Mick.
So do add another hunger for that, because you do just have to spend blood here. And they both grab the cups, giving you like a somewhat scared look, but they drink.
And then I sit back, I lean back against the table. I look at both of them and I say, so tell me what happened. Everything.
And they start spilling, but roll me a wits and awareness.
A straight roll.
Yep. Excellent. Oscar, you look around this room and take a sniff, sort of, and you realize you're not the only one here. Priya is here.
I know you're there. So why are you hiding?
She's not hiding. She's on another table. But she does not look to be in the same amount of harm as you. She's like, they're like, we're gonna tell you, boss, but like you were in really bad shape, and somehow she's okay. I mean, she looks relatively fine. She was just buried a little bit. And she's
why
like,
is she here?
She helped us save you.
Did she?
And then she looks at you, Oscar, and she says, I think you bumped your head or something.
Feels like this. I think if a building falls on you, probably will bump your head. But that's more than a bump.
Tried to blow me up, you fucker.
I told you things you shouldn't have known. I had to cover my ass and my deeds. You weren't meant to know everything.
She looks over at the portal thing, and she's like, but now I do. And you can't get rid of me. And she walks up to you face to face and kisses you. And Oscar, this is a memory in itself. You know, Priya. This is danger and love and violence all tied in together. You got away from her for a reason, but at the same time, you can never seem to stay away.
Oscar leans into it just for the memories for like a second and a half and then steps back.
She said, I knew you were in there.
I never went away.
We got work to do once you fix yourself. And they're just like, wear a fucking suit.
Okay. Sure. Since when are you the one in charge here?
Always.
Take a sip from my little fresh, raw heart blood and slam it down like, for now. But they know who's in charge here. Don't
It's you,
boys?
boss. It's you.
Goddamn right.
Boss, should we start reestablishing ourselves since you got up and about way faster than we thought? I mean, BBB is kind of like the nuclear option, but you still have significant resources in the Caymans that we can move pretty easily. And
Yeah.
the money in Switzerland, if you want us to touch that, or we could just leave that.
Leave that for now. We don't need it. We don't need it. We'll go to the Caymans. We get back up and running.
Because,
I
like,
want to be back
if
up
I
and running.
may, your house that you attempted to liquidate, I may have purchased it.
Excuse me?
I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's my fucking house.
No, it's my house now.
How?
I have people in high places, and immediately you think Morgana. There's no other person who could have helped pull this off than Morgana. Not this fast. This is some Ventru bullshit. You know it immediately.
Takes his hand and he just slams it at the operating table.
Oh, you can have it back. You just have to do a favor for me. And with that, we're going to pop over to Serenity. Serenity, you get downtown, and it is
And I am driving the speed
fucking
limit this time.
nightmare. You cannot
yeah.
get anywhere near this building. They have it cordoned off. They've evacuated the whole place, so there's a bunch of people who got displaced from there. This is a nightmare because this is also clogging up a very essential part of Philly. Like, you come onto Market Street and you can't really avoid this area, and so there is traffic out the wazoo. There it is a mess essentially, and it looks like the cops and the teams working on this place have tried to cordon it off to an extent, but there's literally like a one lane sort of thing happening to get by here. And
Serenity, if she knows she can't get over there, like to the immediate building, she'd probably just go a couple blocks off, or just find a spot where she can park, get off the bike, just probably grab her phone, lean up, just like leaning against the wall, and is like, and she knows it's probably futile because it's probably got crushed in the thing, but she'd call his phone, and the entire time she's like, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up. He'll get a voicemail at least.
No.
Number's been disconnected.
Yep. BBB, baby.
Serenity would probably go into an alley, have a small cry, like in a panic, like, and she'd text the group, I can't get anywhere near the building. I have no idea where he is.
I mean, Serenity, in theory, wanted to be so bold. You could climb.
I'm not climbing. I know better than that.
I'm just saying the option exists if you want to break the masquerade. I'm not gonna tell you you can't.
I dealt with enough of those in my 3 years that I'm done with those already. No. No, and at that point, I guess she'd probably just. And so Oscar never told the group where any of his houses were, did he?
No.
So, and which point I would text the group, does anyone have a plan?
Plan for what exactly?
Finding Oscar. Because we don't know where he is, and his number's disconnected.
Well, then somebody disconnected his number. Phones, your number just doesn't get disconnected because your phone gets blown up.
Serenity, roll me at wits and awareness. You're looking for 3.
Is there a difficulty?
3.
3? Oh, right. You just said that. Yeah, right. It's always when the box pops up that I feel the need to ask. I will willpower that. Show you.
Roll 2 of them.
Oh shit! That's not a whisper roll.
Tortellini.
I'm not even gonna look. Not enough.
Serenity. So you're about a block away. And I mean, there's still people out and about. It's a night in Philly. And this is still downtown Philly. And there's people walking by you near the 7-Eleven where you're standing. It's a fairly public place. And then right before it happens, you notice that there's about 6 people looking at you. And then they all start to close in on you.
I'll
One
start
of them
hitting
goes,
it.
Miss, I need you to come with us.
They're police? Or is it obvious? No.
If they're police, they aren't dressed like cops.
What for?
We believe you have evidence of the terrorist attack that happened.
What?
You need to come with us. And a couple of them pull out weapons, gun, batons.
They're human, right?
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Do they smell human? Can I smell blood? I don't know.
They don't seem kindred like.
Okay. If you're cops, where the hell are your badges? Are you undercover right now or some bullshit or?
Yes, that is not important.
Show me your damn badge.
And instead of showing you a badge, this one grabs you. And then the others step up to grab you as well.
Oh, for the love of fuck, fine. And because I know for a fact if I punch him, I'm gonna kill him, I just go with him. I can't do anything about it right here, right now.
And a van pulls up. And they're like, in.
I get in.
And right before you hear the door close, you're like, we got one. Got a blank.
Oh, it's Ivy's turn. It's Serenity's turn to be kidnapped by the 2i. Yay. Oh, for the love of fuck.
And so we pop over to
At least I was dumb enough to get a building blown up on me. Shut up.
we pop over to Katura.
Oh my fucking god.
Katura, you're near this. Honestly, you could, outside of your building, you could see, some of the police moving. You can't exactly see this other building because it's just as tall as the building you're in, but you can see some of the activity going on in the streets, essentially.
Yeah.
And this is a fucking nightmare for traffic.
Yeah, I look out and I'm like, I'm just in for the night, aren't I? Because it's not even worth trying to fight all
Unless
of
you're
this.
gonna walk, you probably
No.
or unless you're trying to get out of the city. Getting out of the city probably wouldn't be too hard. Getting into the city or around, yeah, that's a mess.
I mean, I would love to get out of this fucking city, but I got shit to do here. But like I'm having this conversation with Serenity and then she stops responding. Like, and this is in the group checks. I'm like, hello? No.
And Katura, you get a ring on your like hotel flat kind of phone because you do keep one of these in there.
Yeah.
And Miss Baptiste, there is a message for you downstairs. Would you like us to send it up, or would you like to come down and grab it yourself?
Can you just tell me over the phone, please?
It is in an envelope. Would you like us to open it?
No, I'll come down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go down.
You get downstairs, front desk, hands you the envelope. And immediately you know who this is from. It is from the prince.
Okay.
And you don't have to open it to know what is in it, Katura, because in a semi-flashback, but not really, whenever the prince sends you a message like this, it is because he wants something or he thinks that you or your crew have gotten into something.
Oh my god. I think she's just like, oh my god.
Because when he wants to hang out with you, y'all have a burner phone.
I get a text.
Lit.
Yeah, I get a text. No, this is official business.
Yes, this is a business message.
Fuck me. Yeah, so I'll open it. Like, I'll like maybe go to like one of like the seats in the lobby. So like that's like against a wall, so I know nobody can read over my shoulder, and open it just to see what it is.
And is literally in his handwriting, what dot the dot fuck dot happened? Question mark. Please respond, Prince T.J. Jackson.
Oh my god. This, I think Katura's baffled because she's like, I don't know what happened, but also if we're gonna do a back and forth thing, I might as well just go down to Elysium or something and have a face-to-face conversation, because this is just gonna be annoying. Having somebody just passing messages like we're in fucking high school.
You know, he has several couriers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does take time.
Yeah. I think I'll write back and say like, meet me at Elysium in like 2 hours or something like that. And we can talk, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Cool. Anything else you're doing, Katura?
I mean, obviously I go back up. And I'm still trying to like on my phone, like checking my messages to see if like any new messages have come through from Serenity or any of the other group.
Nothing from Serenity. I don't know if the rest of you sent a message, but Serenity just basically stopped in the middle of conversation, essentially.
Okay.
Which is very unlike Serenity.
It is, and I think with what happened with Oscar and then this now, I'm just like, my like hackles are up. Like I'm just like, I'm up to here right now because I'm like, what the fuck is actually? I want to send a message to everybody. What the fuck happened? I would also like to send that out to people. I'm just like, I'll try calling her.
Okay, excellent. Go ahead.
Well, the one thing I wanted to add, as soon as it was revealed that they were two, I would have crushed my phone if I had a chance to get my hand in my pocket. Or
I don't know if you would have gotten a chance to put
if I didn't
your
have the
hand
chance,
in your
that's fine.
pocket.
Right. That's fine. If I had the chance, I would have crushed her, tried to.
And while you're in the back of this van, there are several of them. And Serenity, give me another wits and awareness.
Oh, fuck.
You're looking for a 4 this time.
Can I rouse my wits?
You absolutely can.
And I was able to get that blood back on the way, right? Did we? I did say I wanted to do that.
Sure.
Okay, so I would have been at 1 then. Okay. And I succeed, so I'm still at 1. So I'm gonna add 2 to that. I was curious about a Serenity rescue mission, so I guess I got my wish. Difficulty?
This is difficulty 4.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well,
we gotta figure out you need rescuing first.
How many points do you have in technology, by the way?
Me?
Serenity, yes.
None.
Okay,
Like I'm not using a smartphone. That's it.
Yeah, then this is
Can
definitely
I willpower it first?
4. You absolutely can willpower it. Oh, this is fun.
Nope.
Yeah, Serenity, there's a bunch of weird tech in this van that you don't really understand. I mean, the only thing you really get that's in here is a laptop. That's about the most understanding that you have that's going on in here. There's a bunch of other shit that doesn't make any sense to you. But what does make sense is they have weapons that are trained on you. One of them is a really gnarly looking shotgun. And once your phone starts to ring, they go, "Who is it?"
Don't know. It's in my pocket.
Check it.
I grab it and I crush it.
And immediately you get hit with the butt of this shotgun. Just
Serenity just smiles.
You're gonna take 1 superficial damage for that.
Okay. I have toughness, so I don't know if that does anything, or is that after that?
It's essentially after. Like, actually, no. With toughness, no, you won't take any real damage. Like, it hurts, but it's not like you're unfazed.
That's the best you got, really.
You have no idea, kid. When did they turn you?
I don't really see how you need to know that.
So you don't deny it.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. It absolutely does. But at least you made it easy. It would have been really... It's hard to clean up when we blow up your kind in the middle of the streets.
What do you want?
And then this other one looks over at you. He's like, "Yeah, this is a young one. It would have left a mess."
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do we want? We want you and all of the rest of you blanks off of our fucking planet. Go live on Mars or something. Elon Musk must be one of you. Take him with you.
Ew, we don't want him.
You don't want him either.
Then kill him. I don't give a shit.
Oh my god, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's go. Let's go.
Crossover.
Serenity just looks him in the
BTM, we're
eye
all
and
going
says-
after Musk.
Yeah.
Serenity looks him in the eye and says,
Fuck Zuckerberg.
I don't give a shit if you kill me.
Kill you? No. That'd be way too easy. We're gonna use you.
For what?
For what else? Killing someone just like you. Apparently, you're really good at it.
I'd rather you kill me and I will fight you with everything I have. And I'm pretty goddamn strong for my kind.
Slow down, young lady. Why do these blanks always talk? It's not like the other ones who are like, oh, we wear flowers and we wear sunshine and rainbows and hippie farts and bullshit. No, this is one of those fighting ones.
Your lucky day, I guess.
No. We're not lucky. We've been watching you for a while now. You know, we've been keeping an eye on that one Cole fellow. He's really hard to pin down. For some reason, he has the good sense to not use computers or cell phones. Even the couriers that we picked off don't know diddly dicks. But some of you idiots keep on keeping on doing the same old shit. You had a fucking speech at the Navy Yard. And you hear the computer start, and then the speakers go, and is giving you your speech that you had in front of the Anarchs. You really don't get it. You're ours now.
I will fight you with. I get up. I will fight you with everything I have. You can end me. You can do whatever the fuck you want to me. I do not care, but I will not let be your puppet.
You're gonna kill that prince. That's your hierarchy, right? You blanks have a hierarchy. You're gonna kill a prince. You get rid of the princes, then the whole thing falls apart, and they go. And you seem to have control of a bunch of those other kids.
Ray just starts laughing. Oh, that's the one thing you really don't seem to get, do you? No one tells me what to do. No one tells my group what to do. So it's just your fucking awful day, and I will start throwing punches.
Oh, immediately you go to start throwing punches, and before you even get there, Serenity, there's this bright fucking light.
And I have hook, Lori. Fuck.
They've been watching you.
I'm down, aren't I? Or at least
You're incapacitated. It doesn't
That's
do
what I
any
mean.
actual harm to you, but the next thing you know, you're being tied up, and then the stake goes into you. As soon as they can pin you down, you feel it. And they're like, wait till we get her to QB. She's gonna be so excited. This one's feisty, but she'll fight for us. It'll happen. And then you feel something go over your head, and you can't hear or see anything. Swapping back over to Aurelio. You've been being pinged. This group chat is going off. It is wild. Because even in the short period you've been around Aurelio, you know this is there's a whole bunch about this that don't seem right. You'll need to roll a wits and awareness to put that together.
Getting pinged in the group chat. Or
Yes.
Sorry, I was a little distracted off off screen. Something's not right with regards to Serenity not answering.
Yeah.
Kelvin, where's your girl?
And like 2 minutes later, Kelvin has probably sent Serenity like 20 messages. And he's like, I'm not sure if she's ignoring me or if she's done something wild.
Okay.
Sometimes she does ignore my messages, especially when I blow her up. But eventually, 5 to 10 minutes, she usually sends me some sort of response on this, John.
Sorry for interrupting your show. Break a leg. I don't think I'm going to be able to meet up. I'm going to see what she might have gotten into. And I'll switch back to the group text and be like,
he sends another message to you. And he goes, yo, y'all been hanging out. Do you think she in danger?
You know her more than I do. You tell me.
And you get a message back, maybe like a minute or two later, and it says, I thought I used to know her, but I don't think she's the same.
Shit, that's right. That's probably a sign that something's probably up. But that's not for you to worry about right now. Yes, it is. But I still say that. And I'll reach back out to the group. Does it look like, based on busy streets from wherever I am, that I guess the bodega is my only other frame of reference if it looks like it's congested between me and the bodega on the streets?
No, get into the bodega would be easy.
So yeah, I'll write to everyone else in the group chat and be like, I think we should meet up. Texting is only going to be so helpful. We need to talk. Let's meet at Ari's. And I'll put Ari's in like quotes to mean the bodega.
I have a meeting with the prince, so I can't stay for very long.
Oscar, you do have a phone that gets all of this. You're not entirely off kilter with all of the stuff that's going on. Now, how you feel about this now, how you feel about it, that might be another story, but
afterwards it's just checking on the phone like every few hours or so.
Just watching the group chat.
Just lurking in the chat.
Just watching us all be concerned for you. But the second we find out you're still alive, we're gonna roast the fuck out of you. That's why you're not responding.
It's our way.
And I'll just be keeping track of time to see and I do want to meet with the group, but also still do want to talk to Belladonna, but I know that's going to be a little bit later for her. So see if I can get any intel from the group in the meantime.
Cool.
By meeting up together and get that ball rolling so we can get together.
How much of this have I gotten?
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't know that Snake Eyes is not there anymore, so I think Snake Eyes is still in all of this.
Snake Eyes is still in the chat. I
Yeah.
didn't get none of it.
Sweet. Excellent. Ari, you're about maybe 30 minutes behind before you get a doorbell ring.
And I am in sad clothes. Yes, I go answer the door.
And it looks like some kid, maybe 15, 16 years old. Looks like he's on like a gas powered bicycle essentially. He's like, are you Dr. Sarah?
Hmm.
I got a message for you.
Thank you.
Very welcome. And then he stands there for a second.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was waiting. I was like, I'll take I don't know. Give me a second. I run back, grab like a 20 and just give it to him.
And he's like, thanks. Walks back off, hops on the bike.
Notes.
It is just, it's from Snake Eyes. You don't have to ask. It's just a transcript of a bunch of text from the group messages.
Did he screen cap and print it out?
He basically just screen capped and printed all of those out.
This man loves you.
And it looks like, I'm going to tell
Bless
you
his
what
heart.
it looks like. It looks like he took his phone, put it on a scanner.
I was just gonna say he took a picture of his phone.
It's got the like the black from something being too bright on there. So you can make out what it says. It looks like you probably tried this a few times to get the color right enough for it to scan. But it's definitely like the shape of a phone on a bunch of pages
This
with
man
text
really
messages.
loves you.
And
This man loves you, girl.
Forget about Oscar. We gotta get Ari and Two Eyes back
This
together.
turns
You know what?
into
Yeah,
a dating
this is-
sim.
Yeah, this
You
is
can
a
see
dating sim now.
a couple of the fingers on the photo print, like he was holding the phone down.
yes,
on the
absolutely.
scanner.
Long fingernails,
God.
everything. Gangrel hands. Kind of dirty. Looks like he showered in a bit.
That sounds about right. Yep. She is a facial reconstruction surgeon. He
Fingers cracked a
is
little
a
bit.
lumberjack.
But you have all of the text messages up to maybe, the last, 20 minutes, maybe.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. I have no have either Sarah or Jerry showed up yet?
Sarah has. Jerry has not yet.
Okay, good. Finally, thank you. I missed you. Come, please. So shit's gone sideways. What else is new?
I mean, that seems par for the course, right? Like,
That's a universal constant at this point.
is this like a business deal going wrong or surgery going wrong?
No, thankfully, those.
Or is this some
No,
more
special
special kind of gone wrong?
It's special. Apparently Serenity's gone missing because
her face drops a little bit. She's like, shit.
Yeah, that's weird. That's unusual. So
capture Serenity.
Yeah, that really is the question.
You sure she's gone missing?
She doesn't drop out in the middle of a conversation.
No, that doesn't seem like Serenity.
So, storyteller, does this ring any bells of people just randomly missing and our history?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably rings a lot of bells and some red flags and all that in your head.
Okay.
Now,
cool.
Not all of them have come from this timeline, but
all the warning signals are turned on at the same time.
I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, Sabbat usually are not this subtle. It would have been a fight. usually, except for that one really fast one, but that doesn't seem. I'm like, no, no.
And suddenly you hear yelling outside of your house, Ari. Doctor!
Do I
Dr.
recognize the
Sarah!
voice?
Oh yeah, it sounds like Ale. Not sorry, Gabby.
Okay, yeah, I go.
She got close to the door and it was not happening.
Yeah, no, I go to the door and
she's like, what the fuck is wrong with your house?
what do you need, my dear?
Something's wrong with Serenity.
Yep, we got that far.
No, I can feel it.
Oh, okay, good. Like, not good. I'm sorry you're uncomfortable. That said, good. I don't know how to let you in the house. I believe there was a witch involved. So
I'm not coming near your house. That place, it hurts.
yes, that's on purpose.
Can you teach me how to do that?
I don't know how I did it.
Oh,
Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a witch involved.
you should probably do it to Serenity's house.
Should probably, yes.
Do you know witches?
Yes.
Do they curse you?
Not yet that I know about.
Okay.
I'll take it as a win. So we need to find Serenity. I have a feeling it is going with gut instinct and a friend randomly disappearing off of. Do you know where she went?
I don't know exactly where she went, but if we get close, I can probably.
Where she went before she went missing, before everything went sideways.
Oh, she went to go find Oscar.
Reread the transcripts.
And it's in there.
Fuck! I missed that part.
That one was
Okay.
harder to. That one was hard to read. You have to like.
Screen was a little
angled in
blurry.
weird way. Yeah.
A little crooked.
Wow.
Yeah.
It
You
turned the
need when
page
the-
sideways a
When the
little
scanner
bit.
went through, so it's just like
Yeah.
It's at the very bottom of the page.
The fingertips were in focus, but the phone was not.
Yeah. Okay. Oscar. Oh yeah, no, if Oscar's missing, it's 2I. Okay. Well, Oscar got blown up. That yeah, though that would make sense. Okay. Last time they had a freaking evil a supervillain base underneath the casino. So I'm guessing that okay.
Are you just going to sit here
And panic? Yes, for about another 30 seconds, and
It's not very
then I'll be
useful.
okay. I just need 30 more seconds. It's fine. Okay.
That's why I hang out with
um,
Brujas and people act.
I love
What
you.
what action would you like to take?
Going to find Serenity.
Which direction do you go?
And she's standing there for a second. She's like, east, southeast.
Good. Perfect. I'm glad we have a built-in person detector. Wonderful. Lead with that next time. Sarah, we need a car. A big one, preferably.
I think you have a listening problem.
It has been a long 24 hours. Let's go.
And Sarah comes, pulls around the Land Rover, and y'all are on your way. Katura, are you heading directly for the prince after this, or are you going to try to link up with your coterie? And Sarah suddenly is in the group. Don't know how. And she's like, I have Ari, I have Gabriella. It's like, and then she's like, another ghoul, in case y'all don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah. We know Gabby. What is going on?
She knows where Serenity is. I think. She thinks.
Great. what does Ari think?
Do I?
I won't be reachable at this number anymore, but I'll give you my new one when I have it. And I'm just like, I'm like, fuck. Okay, I have too much going on. If I don't show up to the prince, he'll think something's up. Like I'm trying to avoid this. So I am going to keep that meeting because I'm the one who set it up in the first place. I'm going to, before I do, I'm going to take my SIM card out of my phone and crush it. And then ask Marie to go get me a new phone. Or a new number, whatever. And then I'm going to get a car and head over to Elysium.
Honestly, so he gives you an address, and it is within like a 2-block range from where you are. Apparently he wants to be close to the area of destruction to keep an eye on things.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just, if it's too,
you can walk.
Yeah, I'll walk. No, I was just like, does she walk?
You don't have to. Like, that's up to you.
Walk. She is dressed like super casual though, like jeans, just a t-shirt. She still looks hot, obviously, but it's very casual. It's like one of those, like a celebrity trying to like be incognito.
Yoga pants. Oh, you got the jeans and the hoodie on.
Yeah.
Big sunglasses.
Yeah, it's a hoodie I stole from Oscar. No, it's a hoodie I stole from TJ, obviously.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got hoodies like Hades guys capes.
Yeah. So then I'll just head over to wherever the location that he sends me is.
And you get there and the keeper is like, the prince wants to see you. Just come on.
Yeah.
And when you get inside, it is a tizzy. Like there's just loud noises, people complaining, trying to get TJ's attention. The Primogen are like yelling at him, and he's just like, and then he looks up and he sees you, and he's like, please help.
Did he say help?
Yes.
She's like, I think she gives him that look like, you pick these people.
Because you are like, you get why immediately. You're the only independent person here. You don't have any like stakes in Camarilla business. Which is also why people are giving you some really fucked up looks. But at this point, he does not seem to give a single.
I'm smiling like a fucking pageant queen with every time they give me a dirty look. I do not give a fuck.
Aja is basically cutting a hole to make sure that you can get through people, that no one stops you. And people don't fuck with Aja from the looks of it.
Great.
And Cole takes you to an office in this building, and he's just like, it was one of yours, wasn't it?
I legitimately don't know what happened.
I'm guessing because everyone I know seems to be accounted for. So it's either one of those fucked up anarchs, one of your people. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't associate them to being the same thing. But I'm really starting to believe they're the same fucking thing.
All I know is that Oscar went to go meet somebody there. That's all that I know. And next thing we know, the building's blown up.
The Ravnos?
Yes.
Fuck.
And
fuck.
Serenity went to go find him to make sure he's okay, and now she's not answering her phones.
Y'all are still using phones.
I smashed mine. SIM card is gone.
I wish people would fucking listen to me. not here
Understand?
to tear apart the city. I'm here to make sure we survive. And yet and still, I have to deal with the same bullshit
Baby,
every goddamn
babe.
day.
babe, I hear you. I understand. I did talk to Serenity about this, but then all of this other shit happened.
Okay. I assume your coterie is going to go after her.
I think they're already on their way, but I kept my appointment with you because I didn't want you to worry or, suspect us of anything because you were already suspicious of us.
Am I wrong?
I've never done anything wrong.
I did not say you.
Just saying.
I can't help you on this.
I'm not asking you to.
I mean, you want to go help your coterie? I'm going to tell you that's a stupid fucking idea. But I'm not going to stop you because if it was my coterie, I'd go after him too.
Yeah, I am going because it might be a stupid fucking idea, but it's also a stupid idea to leave Serenity with them if it is 2i. It's bad either way.
Try to warn all of them.
I know. And hey, you know what?
Bring her back because ultimately, whether she wants to or not, we need her against the Sabbat.
I agree. She blew a hole in the chest of one. Kind of need that.
And if you get any news on the Ravnos, get a courier. Send me a message.
Will do. No problem.
And he kind of like puts his head in his hands. He's like, thank you. There's a bunch of sharks out there, and they all want my fucking blood. As if I know what the fuck is going on all the time. All I know is they don't listen to me, and that shit happens, and then they come to me like it's my problem to fix.
Yeah.
My
That's
fucking
Cam life, I think.
No, I'm not a fucking Ventrue. That's Morgana. Doesn't matter. It's like, thank you for being you. Go save your friend and convince her to stop being. Convince her as best you can, because she is a bruja, to stop doing dumb shit.
I'll do my best. She's pretty reasonable most of the time. At least with me.
She better be, because
with
if not, I'm just going to send a blood hunt. Honestly, it would be the easiest way to remove one of my problems. It would fill their bloodlust, and it would fix a temporary issue, which is the anarchs want to kill me.
Noted. I'm
telling you this because I give a shit, and I don't necessarily want her dead.
Nope. I know if you wanted it done, it would have just been done already. So I appreciate your honesty. I'm going to go see if I can save her, and then we can have time to maybe have a group discussion about this. How's that sound?
Sounds like a good idea. And then you hear someone, thump, 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 thump.
We are busy.
Prince Cole.
Who is it?
Apparently they have some information from a Nosferatu of who did the explosions. And he's like, okay, I gotta handle this.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Gets up, gives you like the distracted peck on the lips. Steals himself, opens the door. Nasty looking Nosferatu there, and he's just like,
Yeah, we walk past the Dawes.
Yeah.
I was like, good luck, he's in a mood. And then I just and then, but also in the back of my head, I'm like, Oscar, you better not set off those fucking bombs. Fucking moron. There's way too much happening. But okay. They said that they're off to get Serenity. Are they coming to pick me up, or are they just?
I mean, you can ask them to pick you up. You're not
and
far
we just
from
retroactively said that I asked
the
them to
site
pick
of
me
the
up
crime.
before I smashed my SIM card.
Sure. We
Okay,
can
great.
allow that.
Yeah. Okay.
Before we head to break, I need to wrap up something with Aurelio and Oscar. So we're gonna go to Aurelio. Aurelio, you have a very special contact as well that you occasionally ping on for information brokerage, essentially. Are you reaching out to this person?
Yeah. I've spent the entire first half of the show pacing back and forth in my apartment, trying to figure out, like, I want to meet up with this group. I feel like we should talk, but everybody's got plans. Half of the people aren't responding. Where the fuck is Mingo? I'm literally just doing this like back and forth in my apartment, back and forth, staring at my phone, pretending everything's cool with Kelvin. And then I'll stop and I'll look out the window, floor to ceiling window from my condo, at the glorious landscape of Philly, and kind of just peer at all of the buildings, the taller ones that have more Gothic aesthetic, question mark,
Architecture.
Sure, thanks. And words. Yeah, and then I'll reach out to my contact, whose name I can't remember.
I mean, I can make up a name. I don't know if you made up one already. But
Did not. But Quasimodo will not cut it.
No, absolutely not. And you get a message back almost immediately from this person. And they go, this one will cost you a minor boon. Doesn't even ask what it's for, just immediately responds with that.
Out of character, what I've only interacted with boons as like on the receiving end. What would that be like to give a boon?
It's this would be a favor that would not necessarily put you in danger.
Okay, so not like swapping blood or whatever. It's like,
no, but it might, put you out of your way or something, but it won't necessarily put you in harm's way necessarily.
Oh. Yeah, so I'll say, like, we could talk. I'm good for it.
And they're like, meet me at the alley off Sansom. You know the one. And you do.
I do. And so I will start making my way towards getting some fresh air, I guess, acting like I'm getting some fresh air. Trying to see, if folks are going to respond that they will want to meet maybe at the bodega or somewhere else, or if there's like some way that we can all get together. And I will detour my way through this alley.
And you get a message back. Who's Aurelio? It is just Sarah on there. She clearly didn't scroll up through the messages. She just jumped in and was like, this is what Ari told me to do, essentially.
I like how she texts who's Aurelio into the chat instead of turning to ask Ari who Aurelio is.
Aurelio's walking over, reading this group chat. Just right back. Who's Sarah?
Wait, neither of you have each other's like numbers in your phone, so it's really just a random number and a random number asking
It's-
who's who.
it's a I mean,
Oh,
it could
true.
be this
Oh,
is
it's like WhatsApp.
yeah, this is one of
Oh,
those things
okay,
where
okay.
you'd have a username, so it might not actually be a name. It might be like mine's is Nighthawk. Like,
Oh. Well, apparently Juice exists in this universe, so my username is Juice.
fantastic. And you get to this alleyway, and in the shadows, essentially, under just like some dim light of the night, the moon, is person shaped. Looks like they're wearing dark jeans, a reddish hoodie, dirty. Skin doesn't look right. Skin looks weird. Even from a distance, you can see it. Something ain't right about this person. But you've seen them before. It's not your first interaction.
B.
Elio.
I will slink into the shadows with B. I have a feeling you know what's going on.
That might be a little plugged in.
The fuck happened?
Apparently 2 men blew up a building.
2 people blew up a building? Okay.
Yeah, they're quick. They knew how to use some pretty hefty explosives. Drove off in a van, came back, pulled somebody out the rubble. 2 somebody's out the rubble. A woman and a man. Man looked to be fucked up, to be honest with you. Probably more fucked up than I look. The woman seemed to be relatively fine. Dress was a little torn up.
And they only pulled these 2 people out of the rubble. So they weren't like first responders or people like helping on the scene.
These seem
so the
like
same people that set off the bomb came to get these 2 people out of the building.
Yep. Well, out the rubble of what was left.
Okay. Out of character, Oscar's not wearing a hoodie in this timeline, huh? He's wearing a good ass suit.
Oscar wasn't dressed up that night. What? I don't think Oscar.
No,
came
Oscar
dressed
was.
up. Yeah.
Oscar was dressed up that night. He had a red pocket square, gray suit, red pocket square.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the only context in which Aurelio knows Oscar, because the first time we met, you were also wearing a suit. But there's also a really fancy hotel. So that would not be something that I would ask. Okay. Where did they go? Where did the van go?
They went eastward. I don't really know exactly where they're going. I wasn't exactly flying to keep up with some random van, but it was a pretty interesting thing to see.
Okay, this is good. This is helpful.
I mean,
you know, you're always helpful.
Nobody else would have survived that, but one of our kind.
No, for sure. There's no way, especially to just have a torn up little dress.
Yeah, she seemed to be really unconcerned about nakedness, though, because it wasn't much of a dress in the first place, and then it really wasn't much of anything after that.
I mean, if you got it, flaunt it. You know me. I'm not ashamed of any of that either.
I'm just saying, I can't imagine that anyone came out of that unseen. There's got to be some footage around. I haven't dug into that, but
oh shit, no, you're right. Okay,
there's literally a Hard Rock Cafe across the street.
And it's been pretty busy out here, so that makes sense. Have you been anywhere else throughout the city tonight?
Tonight I've mostly just hung around here. I did see
You haven't
something
seen-
weird though.
Oh. Spill it, spill it.
What are you willing to pay for it?
This is a package deal, honey.
Mm,
Can I persuade him?
you could try. I have a standard dice pool ready for him too. So
Would this be charisma or manipulation?
which one do you want to try to do?
Manipulation.
So if you're manipulating him, you're going to go into a more speedy methodology of getting information from him.
Yes, I would
Just
like
put
to
it
use
like
my
that.
powers.
Okay.
I don't want to use entrancement. That's extra, but I would like to pop my awe a little bit. And sorry, you do that as 2 successes, right?
Yep.
Or am I adding 3 dice?
I'm just adding 2 successes for awe.
Okay. Extra dice, 2. Difficulty 0. So it's this plus 2. So 7 successes. I feel good about that. But you know what? Willpower's a little sweet, so I'm gonna spend it like candy. And
Got
I'm
it.
gonna re-roll those 3. It'll be 9 successes.
And what do you say to him? This is manipulation. I want
Oh fuck. Okay.
you gotta RP this.
Yeah. Listen, sweetheart. You do your work in the shadows. I like to do my work in front of the masses. We work differently. And I'm sure I have access to things that you wouldn't ordinarily, just like you clearly are so excellent at everything that you do, living in the shadows and places and heights that none of us could ever reach. I think you know that I'm good for it, and you know that there are always ways that we can help each other out. So trust me, it might just be one little boon, but that little boon is going to be a good one. I would never leave you disappointed.
You're such a sweet talker. Fine. Some woman got snatched up by a bunch of secret agent looking folks, tossed in a black van.
Same van or different van from last night?
Different van. This just happened
Oh, fuck.
no more than, maybe an hour and a half ago.
Okay. So this is recent. Did they also go east? Did they go somewhere else?
I don't know where they were going, but I did get a license plate. And
Where was this woman that was grabbed wearing insert typical Serenity aesthetic description here?
Leather jacket, black lipstick.
yes.
Okay.
You know her?
I know who, yes, I know someone matching that description.
Well,
Someone
she
that-
looked like she went willingly, but I mean, she was kind of cornered too.
Okay, maybe it's not who I think it is, but
Hands up, don't shoot, sort of thing.
it could go either way. So not east, not east.
Well, they went west. I think they were just trying to get around the whole blockage that is happening downtown. They might have gone towards the highway.
Okay. Oh, so
I did hear them say something real strange though, and I've never heard it before. Something about some blank bodies. Not familiar with that terminology personally, but might be useful to you.
Yeah. I don't know what it means either. I'm lying. Out of character. Thanks. What you've been very helpful. Thank you, sweetheart. As always, a pleasure.
Yeah. Enough of the sweet talk.
What do you need or want?
And he just looks at you, and you see the craggy face with like golden lines in it.
I'll reach out my hand, and if they don't back away, I will caress their face.
And like, you'll hear me from me when I need something. And then you see them touch the wall, and then they're going through and into the wall.
And as I'm touching their face, my hand will like meet the wall. Obviously, I can't meld with the wall.
Yep.
But I'll let it linger there for just a moment. And I'll look up at the buildings around me in this alley. Try and make fucking sense of directions, because Aurelio and Juice are horrible with sense of direction. And just give up, pull up the phone, and text a group. I'm heading over to the bodega.
And I think that's where we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and see what Oscar is getting into with Priya when we get back. So
he's getting into Priya, to be honest.
Wow. No, that's your style. That is Katura and the Prince.
Hey, that's all we've seen so far. We don't know if Omelette de Leon Pancake might be into that Grand Slam.
Oh my God. All right. We'll be back. We got to get away here
and get that big breakfast.
I mean,
see y'all in about 5 to 7 minutes. We got to run a short ad. We're going to play some music, and we'll see y'all soon.
That bottomless brunch.
Yo, wildin'. are back. Hello, welcome back to Philly by Night, a Rolling Deez 20's BTM John. I am your storyteller, Prince, and this is my coterie of non-pancakes now. So
Serenity might become a pancake. We don't know.
Serenity might become like a tamale.
Okay, make it an ayaka because I'm Venezuelan.
Fair enough. So we're gonna pop back over to Oscar. Oscar, you feeling a little better now? Somehow Priya has managed to expedite some of the funds transfers for you. She's been incredibly persuasive over the phone. This doesn't surprise you given what you know about her, especially after that stunt she pulled at Elysium. But she is honestly impressive. There's a reason why you used to work with Priya very closely. Let's just say that. There were several years of that. She's capable, she's smart, and she's cutthroat. Maybe as cutthroat as you are. Who knows?
Am I still in the bunker? Or have I made it back to...
Unless you've chosen to leave.
I think Oscar's still gonna stay in the bunker till things completely get finalized.
Cool.
Everything's on the up and up.
So Jackson Mick are not going back up for anything. They've told you earlier that they don't know if it's necessarily the smartest idea for them to show their faces anytime soon. They probably should lay low. However, you happen to be well connected on the underground, Oscar. Just so happens that this Oscar is basically the equivalent of a mob boss here in Philadelphia. He has some really ridiculous connections to some really dangerous people, particularly around cybercrime. Oscar, you have connections from those people who sent out the emails to tell you that they're African prince, to catfishing, all that jazz. You had those people on lock. You have an army of them. But you also have an army of some minor level flunkies that help you move money. Do a little bit of extortion from some of these small shops for protection fees, if you know what I mean. Most of the protection is just you running multiple rackets at the same place, so you get double paid, but they don't need to know all that. Unfortunately, the one thing that has come of this that has been horrible for you is that Philly's Italian mob, they fucking hate your guts. Like, they despise you and your people. And they do try to get in your way whenever there's anything.
How much territory do I control versus how much they control?
Honestly, at this point, you control more than them, which is part of the reason why they hate you so much. And the cops can't seem to get a handle on you. Every time you have some small time flunky go down, you got someone there to replace him. This is small potatoes. They shut down one of your little cyber cafes of extortion rackets, and you just open another one. It is easy peasy for you. You move money in a way that the business never stops moving, and they don't know how to keep up with all of the technological part of crime. You stepped on their toes primarily through, the more physical means, but that's not where your real money is. At this point, you're doing it just to be petty.
Gotcha. So they're small potatoes.
They used to be big here. They still got some fingers on the cops, so this is why some of your your cyber cafes get shut down, but it's not enough to really affect your business.
Okay. Oscar's going to let those flies buzz around his face. Not really going to let that affect him too much. Because it's just flies. Flies are always going to be around. Flies are always going to be annoying you. Can't get rid of them. You just got to learn how to put up a bug zapper every once in a while. So Oscar's going to make note of that. That's low-hanging fruit for him.
Nick and Jax have already told you they've secured 2 other small havens for you because they know you can't stay in one spot over and over again. Yeah, apparently they just moved a couple of older couples out of their homes.
He turns over.
It's too
He looks at
expensive to
them.
live in Philly anyway. They should go somewhere else.
He acknowledges what they both did just with a nod. Doesn't verbally communicate, just gives a nod at that. What he's going to do is he's going to look over the notes on the portal.
Ooh, okay. Roll me an intelligence and science. And you should be able to use your, I believe that's science that you have particular specialty in that. And, or yeah, go ahead and add an extra dice for that. Would you like to spend willpower? Don't have to, but I'm asking before you start to move.
I think, yeah, when it comes to this, yeah, he's going to go ahead and do it. No good.
Cool. Oscar, this thing is an enigma, but the only way to deal with the problem of the other Oscars is to figure this out. But the one big thing you come away from this with, being under the water, bunker, there's a hell of a lot of power in moving water. And you need a lot more power to make this thing work. And if nothing else, that should be your first step. That you could handle. It might even be better to have this thing underwater. Now that you're thinking of it, maybe this is fated. Like the fact that this is here now is because it's the best place for it to be.
I remember every previous thing that's happened, correct?
Yeah, and a bunch of other shit from some other Oscars that you've deauthorized.
Do I remember any sort of underwater portal through any of these other Oscars?
Yes.
He smirks a bit and says, things aren't as bad as they seem. This is a blessing in disguise. Perhaps fate's on my side. And all it took was just to be crushed by a couple tons of rock and rubble. But in the end, there's only going to be one Oscar.
So, boss, can we call BBB a big boss blessing?
Which one of them said that?
That was Mick. Jax would not have said that. Actually, Jax looks real nervously at Mick now. It's like,
Oscar stands up, walks over to, you said Mick said it?
mm-hmm.
Walks over to Mick, brushes his shoulders, grabs him, pulls him in close, and says to him, "You know, I don't fucking like jokes because I don't play. I don't fucking play." And he pushes him back.
Yes, boss. Sorry, boss.
Did it work? Yeah, it did. But there's more work we need to do. The next few days, you boys are going to go back up there. You're going to be making your rounds, but you're going to be smart about this. None of this weak ass shit anymore. We doing this, we going hard.
But yeah, boss. And Priya just sort of walks up to you, puts a hand on your shoulder. She's like, "Oh, stop scaring him. He's about to shit his pants."
He owns plenty of other pairs.
It would be pretty funny.
He'll be fine.
So for you, you can't just stay down here. Get your shit together. Go use
I'm
those
letting
people that you're working with. They'll want to see you. Otherwise, they're going to come searching for you. We certainly don't want them to find us here.
They won't find me. They even know where I am. They know none of my havens. They won't find us.
Yeah, especially not if you go and find them and keep them from getting into dumber shit.
So now I have to be responsible for them.
Yes.
That was his problem.
Well, now it's your problem now too, because you need them.
Thanks, Uncle Ben.
She's like, rice?
What?
Spider-Man. Don't fucking need them.
Of course you can tell me about
They don't
some
need
white
me.
dude. Great. You spent too much time here in America. Ugh.
Well, where else can you gain all of this so easily?
Half of your money is in Switzerland. Another part of it is in the Cayman Islands. You have money hidden over in various other countries. And you say you have to be here? That's a choice, bro. Now, is it fun to be here? Yes, it's a hell of a lot of fun.
It is fun to be here.
Well, then
It
let's go
definitely is.
play. I'm tired of being in here. It's like too much pressure. And I mean that in like the waterway, not
We'll stretch our legs in a bit. I think give a little bit more time for things to settle down up there. I mean, a building fell down on us. It's going to be a bit. Wait till something else happens in the news. Who knows?
and she opens up her phone and she's like, well, shit, something else happened. And she turns it around and you see Mick and Jax outside of this building. You know who they are exactly. They don't get really clear pictures of their faces, but they do have what they were wearing, skin tones, but that's about it. They were pretty good. Honestly, they're pretty good at this. Like, it's if someone finds them, it's gonna take a bit of deciphering to figure out who these people are.
Is there any way that Oscar could go in and alter what these supposed gentlemen look like?
It's too late. It's too viral now.
Hmm.
But what you do notice is there's no evidence of you or anybody being pulled out of there, though. None of that exists. And, or if it does exist, someone is hiding it real well because none of it came out.
I take Priya's phone, put it in front of their faces, Jack and Vic, and I'll be like, point to it, and I'll be like, be careful. Be careful. Because right now, you're wanted.
Oh, that's why we're gonna lay low, boss.
You're lucky. Because if it weren't for this, you would be out in those streets. Give it a week. Then you go out. You stay here. Do you understand? The both of you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We'll still, do the other work to make sure that everybody's doing their jobs on the streets. And Jax is like, be the lieutenants you need.
That's what I expect. Does Oscar have any clothes here?
Oh yeah.
I assume he's already changed out.
Yeah, Priya's already changed clothes. Somehow she has clothes here. You don't know if she made them go get it or if she got it herself.
He turns around. He gives Priya back her phone. And he says, in that case, let's go out on the town. Let's see what Philadelphia has to offer us.
And she like puts her arm around yours. She's like a date? It'll be just like old times, Oscar.
I'm not that sentimental.
Fuck off. And y'all head out.
To come here.
We're gonna pop back to Serenity for a moment.
This is coming. Honestly, I'd rather know.
Serenity, you awake. The stake comes out. You are strapped down, secured. It's like they knew you'd be strong. And it would take an exceptional amount of strength to get out of this. And then they pull off a sack from over your head. You're in a small room. Almost looks like a police interrogation room. Double-sided glass and all. And there's a woman in here with you. She is tall. Looks like she might be former military just by the build and the way she carries herself. She has short brown hair, crop short. She dark skinned woman. maybe East African, who knows? And she goes, so you're the one.
She's already still pulling at the restraints. Then she knows she doesn't care. She's still pulling.
You can roll me a check for this. I will allow you to try to escape. I'm not sure if you will, but you can try.
Serenity will fucking fight till the end. So strength and brawl, or is this athletics or
strength and athletics?
I mean, it's the same roll. So.
And you do get to add your prowess to this if you want to rouse for it.
Yeah, let me rouse for that real fast. Success. And that's 2 automatic successes, correct?
No, but just
No?
roll. Let me see what you get, and we're going to do some calculations here.
How much is the difficulty? Because it's asking.
Don't just put in 0.
I will willpower.
Okay. And how many points do you have into potent?
5.
5.
That's
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 5, 13. Not bad.
enough.
Not to kick off all the restraints. However, you do manage to like get one leg just kicked out of this thing.
At that point, I'm starting to kick off at the like if I don't think she's next to me because I think she's
no, she's across from you, and she has 2 other people in here with her. She's like, please don't do that. You're only going to make this more difficult. And honestly, my goal would be to let you out of here.
I was built to take pain.
Honestly, that's kind of fucked up. Do you need to see someone? I can bring in a therapist.
I want nothing to do with you.
What do you even know about me? You just assume. You came in here angry and hot. Yes, we did snatch you off the street, but simply so we could reduce the amount of pain and trauma that will happen in our streets, i.e., a building being blown up because of one of you blanks.
Listen, and I'm only going to say this once.
No, you listen.
I do not care what you have to say. Let me fucking finish, and you'll know that already. But you're right in that there's a bunch of shit I don't know. I'm the dumb one.
I never called you that. Are you sure you don't want to see that therapist? I really think you're dealing with some trauma that you need to maybe get someone to talk to about. Apparently, y'all are way closer to human than a lot of us give you credit for.
I'm still trying to get the other ones off. Like,
if
you want to wipe us out,
I'm going to have to.
You want to wipe us out?
No. That's what the ground level grunts say. You're talking to the queen bee, baby. At least for this city. Wiping you out is fucking impossible. It's the same in every big city. Try to do it in New York, didn't work. Try to do it in Las Vegas, didn't work. Try to do it in Miami, didn't work. Chicago, the same. We're never going to wipe all of you out. But we can reduce the harm you do to people. That's what I'm here for. Harm reduction. Now, some of what you call the Second Inquisition is out here with their religious fervor and wanting to strike a holy war, yada, yada, yada. Don't have time for that. Strategic reduction of assets who are incredibly dangerous is the way to go. But the only way to do that is to have some of you on our side. So I'm here to deal. You can fight, and we can destroy you, which is not ideal for either of us. Because I'll lose people, you'll lose person, keep this whole thing going circularly. And honestly, all we have to do is get rid of a few major players. And she leans over to one of her shoulders. She said, "Get over." And she puts down takes out a folder, opens it up. It's got a picture of Cole. It has a picture of Morgana. It has a picture of Kelvin. It has a picture like of a few more of the Primogen. Like these apparently are all some of the important assets to the city. All of them seem to be terrified of you from all of our surveillance, which means you must be really good at what you do. And she's practically dripping with excitement when she says that.
That's creepy. I don't say that out loud, but I'd be saying that's creepy. Okay.
That might not have been the best choice of words from the storyteller, but honestly, she's really excited about.
No, I believe you. I mean, it makes sense. Again, because we're already make another check. She's not dealing with this shit.
Go for it.
Now you have willpower that one too. I've used so much willpower today, but you know what?
Ooh, let me do a thing.
So that's
that last one was a messy crit. I just thought about that.
Huh?
The last one was a messy crit, wasn't it?
Not the one I just did though.
No,
that one was like
it wasn't because the crit was on the it's the blood dice on your willpower reroll, so that doesn't count. It was not. Yeah, this time Serenity ain't none of these things moving. She's like, for the love of God, please stop doing that.
No.
I could just let you out if you stop. The only reason you're strapped down is because you're like this. Will you talk to me?
I've known too many people with pretty words.
Yeah, I can tell. You seem really hurt by it.
I'm done listening to pretty words. I don't care whose mouth they're coming out of. So, okay, I don't know.
Then, do you want me to make it less pretty for you? Do you want me to make this violent? Do you want to make this confrontational? Apparently, that's what your clan crew people like. You like violence. You like it to be dangerous for you. How about this? I start cutting off parts of your body until you agree. I start setting you on fire until you agree. Or we just have a regular ass human conversation. There is options here, Serenity Sanchez.
The people I know, I would do all of that and more for them.
The people you know? Oh, you mean your coterie, as you call them? Couture Baptiste. Yeah, apparently we've been thinking she's a blank for a while. Those doctored Instagram photos were eventually going to catch up with her. You can't always look like you're out on a beach. You know, she does look good in a swimsuit, though. I can't lie. Listen, Serenity, I don't want to threaten your family. That's not what I want to do. I know you have a brother, a mom, all that jazz. But we will. Cole has to be eliminated one way or the other. And you're going to do it for us. So you can say yes and walk out of here, or you can say no and, well, as the kids say, you'll be rolling a new character.
My mama taught me to stick to what I believe. And I believe you're a bunch of fuck shit. Go ahead. And even if I'm dead, I can't protect them anyway. So go ahead. I will take it all for them.
All right, then. Boys. I'm going to let her simmer for a bit. And they leave the room. Serenity starts to get real hot in here. And we're going to swap scenes. Ari, you're in a car. And you are on the hunt for Serenity.
Did I grab Aurelio and Katura because they did say come get us?
Up to you. It'd have been slightly out of the way, but it wouldn't have put you that far. Because as y'all got closer to downtown, Gabriella was like, "Oh, I'm getting a much better sense of where she is."
Okay, good. Look over at Gabriella. Do you have any of her contacts? Like off of her phone? Did she sync her phone to you or anything like that?
Fuck no.
It's unlike
I wouldn't have all those contacts in my phone. However, look, slow down a bit. I know you don't use phones all like that, so you don't know. But like all the bartenders keep up with everybody. They have a big contact of names in there. Mostly because these assholes get drunk on kind blood and then they pass the fuck out, and we have to make sure they can get home.
What was the other night? What was his name? Ganal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the Baron. He's cute.
He is. Pass it along. Sissy's playing hide and seek. Should have expected the Inquisition. And give them a number for me. Or I guess Sarah. And ASAP.
He's like, she pulls out a little tiny fucking phone. This motherfucker looks like it's maybe, I don't know, 12-year-old old beer phone. Like, I'm sorry, baby. And she makes this call and she's like, send this message alone to Danal. And then she's like,
it'll be all right. I'll find you a new one, I promise. I don't know how I can't use the computer, but I'm sure there's one on eBay.
I'm gonna miss you.
It was one of like the little super tiny ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you survived being dropped in a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. No other phone has ever done that for me. Tosses out the window. And she seems legitimately sad about this. Like, okay.
Katura's looking like, not even I'm attached to my phone like that.
I'm sure Serenity will appreciate your sacrifice.
Based on her age, you have a feeling that was maybe the first phone she ever had.
When all this is over, I'll buy you a new one.
won't be the same. My mama bought me that one. She told me I couldn't have a cell phone, and so I went and bought it with the money she gave me.
That sounds about right.
I'll just reach out and just pat her on the shoulder and be like,
Yeah.
"You're a big girl now."
Oh my god.
Has anybody heard from Oscar
No.
again?
Yep. I mean, at this point, we're only just letting him hurt us, right?
And you'll get on the highway. You're heading out. You'll get close to the stadiums. And she's like, there at the link. It's there. It's definitely there.
What's
All
the
right,
link?
let's go.
Lincoln Financial Field is where the Eagles play.
Okay.
That's football stadium.
Yeah, you lost me.
I know one stadium because I live near it.
Across from the casino. They have no originality.
Yeah, and if I'm there with
It's
them,
some of the most spacious places in Philly, if you think about it. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Juice.
I would have updated them on what I had heard. So if this aligns with that, then that makes sense.
It does.
So at least we know Oscar's alive. But
I mean, there was also that woman who I need to get her Taylor's number. But yes, there was another
Not the
woman
time.
that was pulled out.
also, you don't know what she was wearing. It's probably hideous.
Adorable.
A valid point.
Anyway, you get off the highway. You got to go back
And head
around.
pockets.
Yeah,
Go around the
pockets. You don't know
stadium.
that either.
You got to pay for parking. Unfortunately, because she's like, it's at the stadium. I don't know how we're gonna get in there. Well, I mean, I can get in there. I can jump. It's easy. But you, I don't know. Does Serenity give you other powers? How does that work? Then she looks at
We
Sarah. She's
don't
like,
have-
okay, wait. She could probably do it.
Sarah could probably do it.
Yeah.
And Jerry's like, boss, what do you want me to meet you? I showed up to your house, you were gone.
Oh shit. Hang out at
And
the
Sarah
house.
just passed that out to you. She's like, Jerry's at your house.
Tell him to keep an eye on the house in case anybody like Oscar shows up.
Okay. And Jerry just responds with a fucking swiper from Dora and just says, oh man.
Oh my god.
Jerry, you were not made for this.
He
I'm
really
looking at
is
your
it.
stats. You
But
are
he-
not made for this.
He wants to be part of the action.
Go great. He can swap with Katura.
Sir, I have made you
Work on your
to
stats and then we'll talk.
Yeah, get to the gym, then we'll talk.
Are y'all putting in the group chat that y'all are at the stadium?
I don't have a phone.
It's true.
Oh God, am I the only one with a phone at this point?
No, I think Sarah still has
Sarah
one.
and
Yeah.
Gabriella have phones.
But I have to say,
no, Gabriella.
No,
doesn't have a
Gabriella
Oh,
phone.
yeah,
just
she
threw
did.
her
She
phone
tossed
out.
hers.
Oh yeah.
honestly, we are all gonna have to talk about getting rid of our phones actually, because this, I mean, hate to say it, TJ was right. Don't tell him I said that. He just instantly knows.
Poor Lawson.
Gabriella's like,
Poor Lawson.
well, he might already know if he said this already, and then they caught up and bite us in the ass. So
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you could send a text if you want. Oscar probably won't answer because that's
Yeah,
just what
who,
he
like,
does.
There's no everybody that I would want to talk to is either here or I
Is in the
know has
car.
been Yeah, or I know
Is
has been taken,
kidnapped.
or
Is being an asshole.
or ghosting me.
Yeah.
And I have no way of contacting Donal to tell him it's a good night for a game. So
Oh,
Did
Gabby, do you don't happen to know the Baron's number, do you?
no, we just went through that.
Her
That's why we
phone
got to
to-
call. We had to call the bar to get a hold of him, and then she broke the phone.
Fuck. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Does she not have another phone? I would think Serenity would have gotten her an iPhone just for the backup or something, or another phone.
She doesn't use that thing.
It's still in the box
Yeah.
Okay.
at home.
The only technology you've ever seen her really use is the TV and the PS5.
Fair enough.
Everything else is lo-fi.
Hey, Gabriella, what's the Nuts gamer tag?
Honestly, that would probably work.
Oh my god.
Log into PS Messenger and just message
I
him.
fucking love this.
Hold
I
on.
fucking love
I think
this.
I think he's in the chat right now. What's your gamer
She pulls out an iPod Touch.
Oh
like,
my stars.
Can anybody share their hotspot with me?
I do.
Doesn't the stadium have free Wi-Fi? I'm kidding.
We're a mess.
Here we are.
And she does. She brings up the PlayStation app. She's like, "Oh, it says it's not been updated. I hope it still works." And sends a message to Denal. Like, big game tonight. The Eagles gonna take another L as they usually do.
And sorry, what was that gamer tag again? I just want to keep it for, for
Informational purposes.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Aurelio trying to use PlayStation Messenger. Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. You know that's just not gonna happen. This is Salvador. This is Salvador
fine. Calm
trying to
down.
type on a fucking iPad energy. Okay.
So, are we establishing now that the easiest way to contact anybody in our group is through PlayStation Messenger at this point?
Big Bad Wolf 215.
Well, I mean, Juice exists here, so is there gamer tag Werewolf Feels?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's not subtle about it at all. It's just the Baron. Oh God.
Oh, we'll ask Norden when he comes back eventually.
Yeah.
So are y'all
Well, no,
heading?
it was in the chat, so that's
Yeah.
what I was asking.
Are y'all heading into the stadium after this message goes out? Because Gabriella's practically bouncing on her seats right now, like ready to go.
Okay.
As I'm writing this note, I'm once again texting Mingo. Just ...
And Mingo replies, and he's like, you see a picture of he takes a picture, looks like, is that the Statue of Liberty? What the fuck is he doing in New York?
Can I? I'm not gonna do this, but I have half a mind to fucking kick him from the group chat.
You know what? You know what'd be funny if it was the Statue of Liberty, but it was the one in Las Vegas. He's just out there.
Oh
having a great
God!
time.
No, he takes a picture of the Eiffel Tower in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in Paris. You're like,
Yeah.
there ain't no Paris.
Honestly, yeah.
Well,
honestly,
and I-
boot him from the group chat.
And I know that he can drink because he goes to that whiskey bar. So I'm like, he takes a picture of himself in front of the Eiffel Tower, but he has
No,
that, like,
it's just a
yard
picture of the
tile
Eiffel
glass.
Tower. He is not taking a picture of himself, and it's kind of like blurry. Like he forgot to zoom in a little bit. Like he's still he's not actually not
Because
not
it's
actually at
focused on
the
that
Statue of the
yard tall
Liberty.
glass of like the hurricane drink that he's drinking. Anyway,
He's
It's
like,
the
I got
actual-
business
it's-
in New York.
It's focused on the finger that he actually put in front of the lens.
Yo, that's got big Mingo energy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I Aurelio hesitates because Ale and Bingo are not here. So Aurelio is not as chomping at the bit as Gabby is to go in.
She's chomping at the bit because she's ghouled and blood bounded. So like this is I have to. Here's a fun tidbit though. Even though you're not sharing your location where you're going, Oscar knows because Oscar has been keeping tabs on y'all for a very long time. So Oscar, you know.
Ow, and also ew.
This is that Batman taking down the Justice League. He's got a plan for everything kind of energy. That's Oscar.
This is Tower of Babel.
I can respect that, honestly.
I can't.
So Oscar, you are free to go to the party whenever you want to. But Gabriella is getting out of the car now. She's like gone to the back of the car. She's grabbed a gun. She's like, there's probably some security around here. If we just knock them out, easy peasy.
This whole thing is a mess. Let's go. Everybody grab a gun. Grab something.
Sarah's on that, like, we should be tactical about this shit. And Gabriella's just like, no, fuck that.
Okay. No, Gabriella, I understand. We're all worried about Serenity. We should be smart about this.
It's like, no, you fucking don't understand. You did not give me the Fruity Pebbles today.
Yeah, and if she dies because we're sloppy, she won't be getting them for you tomorrow either.
I'm not gonna let her die. And that is
Sarah.
She is being super serious when she says that. Like,
yeah, me neither. Sarah, what do you suggest?
Sarah's background is veteran, so I would imagine she has ideas.
there's like, hold on a second. And Sarah goes to the trunk. She pulls out like what looks like a briefcase, and she takes out a drone. Like, surveillance. And she takes the drone and starts flying around here. And she gives one of you like a phone. And it doesn't look like an active phone, but it's just being used for like a camera to track this thing, the show what is seeing. And she's like, if you tap them, it'll mark them on the GPS where they are. And so you tap people. It is around 4 people in here on the security. Honestly, this looks like some Securitas bullshit. You could probably approach this however you want. You can charm them, you can power them, you could kick their asses. This is not particularly scary security on the outside of this building, which is sort of surprising. There's nobody else you see. She even flies over the inside of the stadium. And there's nothing doing there.
Gabby, you can feel exactly where Serenity is.
She's under it.
Okay.
At least I think she's under it. I gotta get closer. We have to get inside. This place is a weird metal monstrosity. I don't feel like it's fucking with me.
Okay. Okay, let's just go. Sarah, we will take your lead.
Don, before we go, I would like to induce a premonition.
Ooh.
I think if I'm inducing it, it is resolve it on specs. Okay. Oh, do I need to rouse? Hold on.
For a premonition,
I do need to rouse.
you
If
do.
I'm
Yes.
inducing it, yeah, I need
Yep.
to rouse. Okay. Can I re-roll like willpower discipline stuff? Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
The only thing you can't re-roll are blood dice, and obviously if you're doing it like a willpower frenzy roll.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Ooh. So that makes it into a crit. So that's 4, 5, 6,
8?
7, 8. Yes. Excellent. All right. So while you're sitting there in the car, y'all notice that Aurelio sort of blanks out. This is like there, but not. Aurelio, you see a hallway of doors. Honestly, this looks like, looking around in your head, it's almost like someone built this in case the stadium was attacked or something. Get their VIPs down here. You hear voices. You hear screaming. You smell burning flesh. You get to a door where the scent is the strongest. And someone comes out like, had to ash that one. It was just too bad. And then you hear, wait, who the fuck are you? And then you come back too.
I don't speak for like 5 seconds, jarred from that. Do I get the sense that they picked up that someone was, I don't know if a premonition works that way, but is that what I would interpret from that?
Interpret from what part?
Like who the fuck are you? Was that to me, or was that someone like off camera, so to speak?
You couldn't tell. It was
okay,
because you weren't there. You were just seeing something.
What might potentially happen.
A potential future or outcome.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just be blank for a few moments and shake my head and just say like, we need to be careful. The stealthier we are, the better. It's not going to end well if we get caught. This could be the last of us.
I think we kind of knew that going in.
Not the first time I've walked into a QI base. Let's go.
It is mine.
Same.
Stay to the back.
And Gabriella looks back at you, Ari, and she's like, looking in this bag that you have in the trunk. She's like, "Ooh, you got guns, lots of them, like this." There is 2 shotguns, 1 AR-15, 3 pistols, a baseball bat, a crowbar, 5 flashlights, and road flares.
I'd say Sarah probably grabs the crowbar, tosses it in like her belt loop just to have it. Ari grabs a pistol. Sarah grabs a baseball bat.
Okay.
And the AR, if Gabby hasn't already grabbed it.
Gabriella grabs a shotgun and She looks at Sarah and sees that she's gonna pick up the baseball bat. And Gabriella grabs the baseball bat, straps a shotgun to her back, grabs the baseball bat, takes a couple of test swings. She's like, I still
love
got it
her.
from my softball days.
I'll grab a shotgun.
That,
How many baseball bats are there?
Just one.
Okay.
There's plenty of flashlights though.
Did they say where they were going, or I just know where they are?
You can GPS position them. You know where they are.
Yeah.
It's
Creep.
honestly not that far from you. You can get there in maybe 15 minutes with the ride.
Could we say that I was on my way and I met them there, like right as they were like about
Getting
ready to
out
walk
after
up?
this premonition? Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. You and Priya?
So as I roll up, I'm repeating what I saw in the permanent or heard in the premonition. Like, who the fuck are you? And I open my eyes and I see Oscar and Priya there. Who the fuck are you?
Fuck are you? Yeah.
Did they not recognize Priya? Was it just a voice they heard to the TV?
Yeah,
Or
they
was
didn't really.
Priya's face there?
They got a little bit of her face there, but like she was kind of obscured behind Amber.
Also didn't get a name.
Also didn't get a name. She looks a little different now. She's stressed down a bit as well. Hair is just like back up in a ponytail, like a sweatshirt and a pair of jeans on, tennis shoes.
Now that you mentioned Amber, I forgot to say this earlier. After I had parted ways with the gargoyle, I intended to. No, I don't. Maybe it's not best to retcon that. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Oscar walks up and says, I thought we might need some help. So I asked a friend here to lend a hand. Now I owe him a
Oscar is
favor.
fully suited, by the way.
He goes in, is in who has the bag of guns?
It's just in the back of the trunk of this Land Rover.
He goes in, he grabs a pistol and puts it in his back and grabs an AR and slings it over, has it on his back as well. Says, well, one of us has to look like John Wick.
Yeah.
Up
And
his
when
suit.
that person shows up, be sure to point me in their direction.
Wasn't there only one AR?
There was only one AR.
One AR?
Yeah, Sarah
Yeah.
has it.
All right. 2 pistols then.
You could do 2 pistols.
2 pistols.
Oh, I also have my purse gun with me.
You always have your purse gun.
Yeah, absolutely. I always have my purse gun. It's like a bottle of hot sauce. I always got it in my bag.
So we're gonna pop back to Serenity for a second.
Well, can I do something real quick?
Yes.
Sorry. I seeing this, I do. I feel like Aurelio is just really confused by all of this, and is gonna walk right up to Oscar and just kind of like stare at you and like look deeply into your eyes and smack you and said, "I'll deal with you later."
Get him. Get him.
Oscar's
That's
gonna
all.
go ahead. He's gonna take the smack, but then he's gonna smack Aurelio back.
And while this happens, a weird thing happens just to sort of break up this whole tension. A fucking owl just swoops out of the sky and lands right on Priya's shoulder. And this is not a small bird. And she's like, what? It's not weird.
little
I
weird.
like how she thinks that we're paying attention to her.
Right. I'm still like, I feel like
Like,
Oscar and Adelia are
He's
still very much
confused. Serenity
deadlocked
not
on
there.
each
She getting
other.
burned.
She's like, what? That's not weird. We're like, oh,
You're still here.
You're still
Why?
here?
you're here.
Let's move.
We don't have time for
Please.
this. Let's go.
Yeah,
Gabriella
no,
says.
we absolutely don't have time for this.
Imagine Oscar and Aurelia are doing like the pre-weigh-in,
Yeah, the
The-
pre-weigh
like stare off.
Aurelia, sweetie, let's go.
I said later. Let's go. And now that adrenaline is what's fueled Adelia to move forward with this, where they were hesitant before. It's not like I'm pissed. It's projected and it's like misdirected, but fucking let's do this.
You'll note that Priya did not grab any weapon. She does have a flashlight though, because apparently nobody else except Sarah grabbed the flashlight.
We are not smart.
Don't do not make that mistake twice, please. I
Yeah,
is
wait.
begging you.
Yeah. If there's no
Okay,
like
fine. I'll grab a flashlight.
The deed is done.
if there's no like oversized stake, I'm not gonna be very useful. But I will
Cool.
pop Sensi Unseen on the way.
All right. I want you to roll for that while I pop over to Serenity. Serenity, it's fucking hot in here. How is it this fucking hot? You swear they put you in an oven. You are getting the blood sweats. I'm gonna need you to make a rouse check to see if you get hungrier as this blood is burning off you. But they're trying to cook you. The only thing you think of, like you are literally being
Failed
put in
them at
the
2.
oven like a turkey. And we've already talked about this, but you take an aggravated damage as your skin literally starts to boil and bubble. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes on your aspects. Since the unseen. Cool.
Serenity has a thing, if I may. real quick.
Yes, please.
As it's burning her, as I'm sure the beast is yelling in her brain, she doesn't say it out loud. She tries her best not to show any actual sign of the name, but she starts just mouthing Katura, Ari, Oscar, Aurelio, Delroy, Anita, Genghis, Miguel, Mama, and she's just mouthing off like the people she's fighting for. She tries her best not to make it too obvious because she knows they're probably watching her, and she tries to hold back the tears, but she probably cries a little, like, because this hurts.
Cool. So, since the unseen, how this lasts for a whole scene, right?
Mhm.
So, Sarah leads you. Literally, she's making you all be quiet. I'm gonna need stealth checks from everybody because I got to see how successful you'll be at this. Oscar, you're gonna get an auto pass because you have things that make you incredibly stealthy. I know on the sheet you do, so you don't have to worry about this.
Is it just stealth or is it stealth and dex?
Dex and
or-
stealth.
Okay.
For Sentient Scene, it just has a duration of passive, which I assume is for the
Yep.
one that you would decide for me. So the active one, you can decide how long it lasts, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna count this for the scene if there's something that stands out, but that's a great roll. You will be credited for that.
I'm gonna
And-
rouse first.
Whose is this? This is mine. Shadow Cloak is passive too, so I
Yep.
get plus
you
2
get
myself.
2 successes automatically for you.
Oscar's going to pop Oblivion Sight.
Perfect.
Bro, for real? That's fine.
Yeah. Lucky you have Shadow Cloak.
I mean, I haven't used willpower today, so if I need to
No, you're good.
Roll I
We're
can,
looking
but-
for 3 successes, essentially, because these are rent-a-cops that you see out here. They're not super good at their job. But as they're doing their rounds or whatever, Sarah leads you all to just the perfect place. She pulls out bolt cutters, cuts the gates to the stadium, gets in, and then she's like, I don't know where we're going. We got it. Gabriella. And Gabriella starts to walk towards an elevator. And this elevator is like in the indoor part of the concourse of the stadium, not the outside under the seats or whatever. This goes towards the inside to where you like go up to your box seats where the rich people sit, essentially. And as she gets to the door, Aurelio, you see it immediately. There's a tripwire here. It's a laser alarm, essentially.
I do the soccer mom on both sides. Stop.
And she's moving fast. You have to like grab her, essentially.
I grab her.
But you do. And she's like, what the fuck?
And I just point down. We're trying to be careful here. You might not have the same, you have a different kind of stake in this than we do. A stake in us means something different.
It's like a stake in me means I'm dead.
Yeah. Like we said, let's be careful.
Let's see.
Can anyone disable this?
Sarah's gonna try. Let's see if she can do it though. Oh yeah. Sarah gets in on this thing. She knows just where the buttons is. Maybe she's had experience putting these down before. But yeah, she disarms it.
Okay. We're good now. Does this look like a familiar hallway?
No,
Not yet. Okay.
not yet. Gabriella, she walks past 3 elevators. This place kind of circular. It's like, no, not this one, not this one. This is it.
Where would? Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, wherever where they would want to keep their designated survivor.
And Sarah gives a look around. Can I get wits and awareness from everybody here? Except Serenity.
Damn, we know that already. I love you.
I'm gonna rouse.
Let's
And that goes
see.
through.
Wits and awareness was Gabriella at
I'm rolling willpower on mine.
Oscar is as well.
go for it.
Oof.
Okay, great.
How did we do? There's a bunch of
Only
these
4.
flying off of here. Let me
I got
go
a
for Sarah.
I think I got a messy crit.
How many successes?
A 10 is 2.
2 10s is 4.
Oh, two,
But they-
no, I
If it's just one
Hold on,
10, then
sorry.
it just counts for 1.
okay. Okay, it's just 1.
Really
So
got
4 successes.
same for Aurelio.
Same for
Oscar
Ari.
got 2. Why is
Sarah's
it
on
negative
fire.
one
Sarah,
dice?
Sarah's fucking killing it.
Sarah's
baby.
on
Sarah's
fire.
just-
Sarah's like,
Listen, Sarah's always been a badass, and I love her.
so Sarah is sort of keeping Gabby almost on like the same plane as her, so she can keep in lockstep with her. And every now and then she stops Gabby. She does something and she points at a camera and it takes out the camera. I don't know what she's using, but it's working. And so she takes out several cameras, a tripwire. You can tell basically she's trying to make sure no alarm goes off. This is the whole dance here, and she's doing a damn good job at it. And as soon as Gabby goes to press the elevator button, Sarah's like, fuck no, what the fuck are you doing? And she looks over at the elevator button. She's like, I'm gonna need like 10 minutes. I gotta disarm this. And she doesn't wait for y'all to respond. She just starts taking off the panel.
You have 4.
Going to work on it. Based on our last technology role, I'm going to say she can do this. It just takes a little bit of time. And Priya is impatient and she's being annoying. And there's a bird just on her shoulder. She's like, I know, they're all stupid, but we'll make it.
Who the fuck are you again?
Who the fuck are you?
I'm just gonna go hide now. No, I know what's about to go down with Katura Rally in this one minute.
Chom Chom, yes, you could eat their face. Like, it doesn't matter. But like right now would be a bad time. We have to wait till we get downstairs. I've never seen an Inquisition base before, so this would be really cool. Why don't they put it under a stadium? That seems like a really dumb place.
I won't even respond.
Knows how to make a character that we all just fucking hate, and it's amazing.
And I'll just
I don't even know if it's intentional.
Yeah, and as she just says that back to me, because she's just saying the same shit I said to her, I'm like, ugh, figures. And I'll just glare at Oscar and just continue keeping an eye out if anybody comes our way to charm the life out of them if I need to.
And this is like the longest 6 minutes ever. Sarah's faster than she even said she'd be. But she wires this thing, and sure as shit, elevator door opens. It's like, alarm's off, we're good.
All right, let's go.
Does Oscar do anything during that time?
That's a great question.
Like, that's just something that Ari is tracking. Like, has Oscar tried to do any of the techie stuff?
No.
Okay.
And the reason why is because Sarah's just been right on top of it.
Sarah got there before Oscar could.
Literally never stopped Oscar before in the entire time that I have known him. So
this is true.
Ari wouldn't say anything. Ari's just like, odd.
What Oscar's going to do is, right as he's walking into the elevator door, he's just going to pass by Aurelia, just slight shoulder check, and just go inside.
And as you all pile into this elevator, Gabriella hits the button to go down. And it has like a spot for like a cart to slide in. And so I was like, don't worry about it. It's going to go down automatically. And the doors close and it starts to go down. That's where we're going to end our session.
Damn it. I wanted to make a quick bet. This girl. Like, our bird is better.
I'm just like, what? I think Katura's just watching like this woman and then seeing what like Oscar's reactions and stuff and being like, because like just knowing Oscar, it's just like you just brought some random ass bitch to this group and you let her mouth off to us.
Oscar showed up to a fight in a suit.
In a suit?
In a suit. Comfortably in a suit. We're like, oh,
Aria and Katura are like,
and what have you done with our shark bait?
Okay, noted.
Like, I'm down here to kill people. I can fucking fuse your kneecaps to your tibia and make it so you can't move. Like, let's
Listen,
go.
fucking-
Listen, I
fucking
have
make
a
it so that sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I have a wonderful Nosferatu just as backup. I believe in you, but I'm also prepared.
I need Ari to fuse this woman's kneecaps together, and so we could push her in the fucking room with the
We'll take
UV.
her eyes out, then she can't do dominate shit.
Which, and it'll be fine.
And shit, the way he's acting,
I got
Oscar's gonna
nothing.
too.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us tonight.
Oh fuck.
It's going to bounce then.
As we always, we appreciate any raids, subs, any of that came in tonight. Always appreciate it. Thank everybody here at the table for making this a wonderful Saturday as usual. Cracking hella jokes in the Zoom chat, trying to break me. I did not break. I got close.
I am proud of
cracked, but I didn't break. But you almost got me a lot. But before we head out, let's let the cast tell you who they are, where you can find them, and we will start with Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. You can find me at IVM2757 on Twitter, IVM lowercase I _ 57 on TikTok. I have an Amazon wishlist and a Ko-fi. Should you choose to donate to either of those things, I think it'd be dope. Yeah, I have played Rudy Sanchez. Who knows who I'll play? I'll probably play the Nosferatu in a couple of weeks if this goes south. And I love all of you very much. And I'm glad I'm here with you.
Excellent. Juice.
I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I have been Aurelio Valentin, aka Oscar de Leon Pissed Off. And you can find me here. I currently don't have any other games going, as we have just finished our first book of Tales of Faerun on the Greater Restoration channel. Please go check it out if you are connected to them and want to watch VODs or on the YouTubes and such. Catch me here next week. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the Juice TM.
Excellent. Lonzo.
How we doing, everyone? Lonzo Gonzo. I have been playing Oscar de Leon IHOP. You can find me on Twitter at Lonzo Gonzo. You can find me on Twitch at Lonzo Gonzo _. For those of you who haven't seen, it was announced yesterday, I will be a speaker at Big Bad Con, taking place on early May. It will be taking place. More details of that should be coming out sometime next week. So stay tuned to my socials.
Cool beans, man. Next up is Bear.
Hi, I'm Fair. I've been Couture Baptiste, who is about to go absolutely apeshit on every fucking body because she's tired. You can follow me on Twitter at Fairbear. Tuesday nights, you can find me over on the Fortner.com's channel, 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Dreadful Tales Arc 2, where I play Akira Stormslayer, your Oath of Glory Paladin. Other than that, just follow me on Twitter. That's where you'll know what I'm doing when I'm doing it, because I have other things that have not been announced yet.
God damn it, Juice. Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I am Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to find me. Mostly I'm here on Saturdays and on TikTok talking about this game and doing silly things with Ari.
Excellent. Suppose that leaves me. Hi, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples of Dice around the internet. That's where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and all that jazz. I'm a TTRPG/variety streamer and the storyteller for this show. Next thing you'll see me on is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I am running Wayward Revelry, a D&D 5e campaign based in Wild Beyond the Witchlight with my own scary /horror / shenanigan fuckery twists, because that's just who I am. As always, I'm part of the Saturday Takeover, Vampire the Masquerade. You can catch me twice on Saturdays. Once over on Vancouver by night as Jack Cato, the Seneschal of the Camarilla over in Vancouver. And then here. Shit. Oh yeah, Sunday nights now at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You'll also find me over on Gehenna Gaming for Strixhaven. So you get 4 times the print every weekend if you want to. I'm in that game as Kumalani Renar, the Word Slinger, Goliath, Blade Singer, and International Playboy. No, Interplanar Playboy, and totally not a cult leader. Doesn't matter what they tell you. It's not a cult. It is a community of like-minded individuals.
Oh, for the love of God.
And they all live on a commune, right? That's a cult.
They live across planes. It's a loose organization. Anyway, I want a bunch of stuff and things. Do follow me on Twitter to see all of the stuff that I'm up to, because there's a lot. And I forget, actually, some of the stuff that I'm in very regularly when I'm talking about them on these shows, unless I have my calendar up, which I do not right now. So we're going to go and find someone to raid. Again, thank y'all all for being here, and we will see y'all next week. Peace. Oh, what are the robes like? He dresses in magical girl outfit. He's literally like, he came from cheerleading practice, dressed as Sailor
Dick just
Moon.
out. Dick just out.
Yeah, that was a thing. It was not fitted properly for a Goliath. You know, we're gonna work on that. He had to do some mending with the clothes. It doesn't matter.
Just Dr. Manhattan walking around fucking school.
Good night, everybody. We call him Big Blue. Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure I had the correct because I am aware of the voucher. I just I don't remember exact names because I don't read comics as often as I really